Salutations to the king of all the sannyasins, the sage Vivekananda, who is the embodiment of Sat and Chit and Sukha, happiness, Satchidananda, and who is the remover of all the human and other miseries. It's been a wonderful day. The whole morning, we have all over the country more than 250 devotees reading the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. And what better way to spend your day to celebrate Vivekananda's works? And we do this day in honor of all those who have laid down their lives for the sake of freedom. Laying down a life is one of the highest sacrifices that a person can do. And that's the reason why this sacrifice of all these heroes should not go in vain and should be remembered. And how should be remembered and celebrated? This is the way we devotees of Swami Vivekananda read his works and which benefits the whole world. Why complete works of Swami Vivekananda? Why is that? We could have taken any other book or any other kind of literature. But as Swami Vivekananda's disciple, Sister Nivedita, says, in a kind of a slight modification, Vedanta is the highest generalization of all philosophies and all doctrines and all religions. And here we have Swami Vivekananda is the highest mind interpreting these highest generalizations. Vedanta ties all the knowledge together. And when a person like Vivekananda, who was trained by his master for years and years to deliver this message to the world, and not only trained him in the sense of doctrines, but also the accompanying realizations. And this is what we find, that his words are infused with that life, that realization. What is Vivekananda and why Vivekananda? And then you see what happens is, I'll take just to give us an idea about Vivekananda's words and his message for the world today is, what happens is, the gift he has given us, the complete works, in this language, English, is going to bring benefit to the East as well as the West. It's amazing that this language has not suffered any kind of diminution or be outdating. We find the language as he spoke still so fresh, even after 100 years, and it's going to be like that even after 1,000 years. The reason is, see, there is an old story in one of the Upanishads. We had the constant tussle between the gods and the demons. They are called the Devas and the Asuras. And they were always trying to best each other. Now, the commentator Shankaracharya says in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad that both these Devas and Asuras, they were in the body of Prajapati, the creator. And the Devas are nothing but the shining sense organs. When these shining ones, they follow the thoughts and karma according to scriptural injunction, they become the Devas. And those very organs when they follow a different course, which there's a proclivity of the senses to go towards the objects for selfish things, then these very organs, the devas, become asuras. So one day the devas decided, we will now do our best in trying to keep the asuras down. So they told the organ of speech, you chant the Udgita for us. Now, Udgita there are mantras which are recited by the Udgatar, which are the second portion of the Samaveda, or even the Om is called Udgita. So the organ of speech started chanting. And as it was chanting, the asuras then understood that this chanter will be able to defeat all of us. He will take away all our powers. So what they did was, they struck the organ of speech with evil, that is defects. In a way, it's death to the organs. And what happened was, that is why we speak improperly. And we can also chant something sublime. So this organ of speech was destroyed by being infected by evil. Then they said, the eye, you keep on chanting for us. And the eye was about to chant when the asuras also struck it with evil, with defects. So that's why we see all bad things. So similarly, one by one, all the organs were, then they asked the mind. And the mind also was ready, was about to chant when again it was struck with evil. And then what happened was, that's why we think bad thoughts. Finally, they asked prana to chant, and the prana chanted. And when it chanted, the asuras came to attack it, but they failed and they were defeated. Like a clod of earth thrown against a rock, which disintegrates, so all the asuras disintegrated. What we are trying to get here is the prana. Behind every word of Swami Vivekananda is that prana, that life force. And what is the life force of Swami Vivekananda? Yes, his own life force, of course, that life. But that was always blended and made one with the life force of Sri Ram Krishna. When Holy Mother was hearing some of the letters of Swami Vivekananda, she said, oh, these words are the words of Thakur. He is speaking through Naren. So here we have this. These words are imperishable. These words are eternal. And these words are the foundation not only of the religion, of all religions, but of the spirituality that is so essential for today. So when all the devotees have been reading this, we have been, as it were, imbibing that life force, that prana of Swami Vivekananda and Holy Mother and Sri Ram Krishna. And that will make us immortal. That will make us spiritual. Just reading, I remember long time ago, I saw an old Swami reading loudly the works of Swami Vivekananda. He was fasting the whole day and reading and I was so impressed and I was so inspired that here I am, a young man, I'm going to the dining hall to eat, and this old Swami, he's reading aloud Swami Vivekananda's works. And today, we also did in a way the same thing. It's an echo of all those old things that I'd seen and which had impressed me and inspired me. This is what we need today, a constant inspiration. And these are found in the words of Swami Vivekananda. This is the highest truth. And this truth was brought down to the level of all of us so that we will raise ourselves. We thank you once again for your devoted tapasya, as I would say, austerity in reading these complete works. It will help not only you and society and everyone at large. So once again, from the Vedanta Society of Southern California at Hollywood, I would like to thank all of you again for this noble endeavor. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.